Pai is one of the most popular travel destinations in the whole of Thailand. It's on almost everyone's itinerary. So in this video, I'm going to show you the best things to do, the best places to eat, and a couple of unique experiences. So if you're thinking of traveling to Pai, you don't want to miss this video. Let's do it. Okay guys, I have come to Yun Lai Viewpoint, which sits in the hills just above the Santichon Chinese Village. It is a very, very nice place here. You've got relaxing and peaceful Chinese music playing in the background, which gives a really nice atmosphere. And you have the most incredible views over the valley. But we came for sunrise, and it's about 6:45 right now, and we're a bit clouded out, which gives a really beautiful view in my opinion, with the clouds and the mist in the valley. But we'll hang around and see if the clouds break and the sun comes through a little bit and we can see a bit more of a perspective of the valley. But yeah, I read about gorgeous mist drifting through the valleys, the sun rising above the hills, golden sky. Didn't quite get that today, but nevertheless I still recommend coming up here for sunrise. It is a very beautiful spot, and I don't know why, well, maybe the weather, but I am totally on my own. And the other thing you have is this large pine tree in the middle, which is a bit like a European Christmas tree, but at the base of it you have these pendants or ornaments, which again you can buy from the shop. And people are placing these at the bottom of the tree on hooks, and they're writing their names on it. So it must be a good luck symbol for the relationship. But really, you're here for the views, and trust me, they do not disappoint. Right, I'm just coming through the Santichon Chinese Village, and you don't feel like you're in Thailand. You do feel like you're in the Chinese countryside, which is interesting. The buildings look a lot more Chinese than Thai, especially the rooftops. Maybe less so on these, but wait till we just get round the corner here. You could be in rural China. Even the street signs, they have Chinese first, and then they have Thai below. And now we leave through the Chinese dynasty gate as we enter Thailand once again. Grand Canyon, eat your heart out. Welcome to Pai Canyon. Let's go see what this place looks like. Short climb up, I hope. It's starting to get hot now. It's mid-morning, and already the temperature is coming right up. Welcome to Pai Canyon. And what a cool place this is. You have this red mud cliff, I guess, which the rain, I presume, has eroded away. And it's left these ridges like fingers out across the green trees, which you can walk across. It looks a little dangerous in parts because, well, the drop-off is pretty steep, and actually some of them are quite narrow. But you have, once again in Pai, spectacular views across the mountains. See what I mean here? That it gets not scary. I mean, you're walking in the middle of the path, but if it was wet, or you weren't concentrating, you don't really want to fall down there, do you? It's one of the main attractions in Pai. Most people come here at sunset, which is understandable given the views. But I do want to show you another place for sunset, and I wanted to film it with less people. If you wanted to come here at its best, come here for sunset. And one of the beauties about this place is how relaxing the atmosphere is. And you should just sit down and do nothing and have a lazy afternoon. So that's exactly what we're going to do, but at a really, really special cafe with a fantastic view. Look at this. What a view. Which is the phrase of Pai, I think. Swadee Cup. Can I have Thai milk tea iced, please?
Thai milk tea iced. Okay.
And why not? Let's have some cookies too.
It's normal cooking.
Yeah, just checking.
Tell you first. Somebody just think like, oh,
Happy cookie, and then they complain.
Yeah. They're not at first, that's why, you know. They eat it, they're not happy.
But these are your happy brownies or normal brownies?
No, this normal, but we have good.
Ah, I see.
100 baht ครับผม
100.
100 Where you from?
UK.
UK.
Yeah. You? From Pai?
I from Bangkok,
Ah, okay.
but I live here like long time.
Long time. Better than Bangkok?
Oh, of course.
Of course. Oh, I mean, look at this.
Look at what I got and look at the Bangkok get. Look what the Pai have, look what Bangkok have. We lose the town, but we have a mountain.
That's correct. I know where I'd rather be. Just look at this place. As soon as you get off the bike, you have that, and it's the same view, I guess, from the canyon, although a bit further over, but you get that incredible panoramic view. I've got myself a Thai iced tea, which is needed. As I said, it was incredibly hot. And you have a couple of choices of where you can sit. You can sit upstairs on some swing seats, which are pretty cool. But I think I'm going to start off in this hut, in one of the two huts, which obviously gives its name. And I'm going to sit on a hammock and relax for the afternoon. Oh, okay, that's good. Is there a better way to spend an afternoon? And with this view, sitting on a hammock, some good music, and my Thai iced tea. I don't think there is. This is what Pai is all about. Obviously the view is fantastic to the mountains, and the mountains actually look blue, these dramatic mountains coming out of the countryside, but with the haze, they have this blue sheen to them, which I'm not quite sure why, but what also makes this interesting, now it is sunny with some nice clouds, but because we are in rainy season, storms keep passing through, so every so often the sky turns very moody and cloudy. You have a big storm and then it passes through back to blue sky. Keeps it very interesting. It has been so relaxing. I came for a few days and the atmosphere just took me. And I've now been here nearly a week, if you can believe it. And I think the same will probably happen to you. I said at the start when I first got here, or at least I thought at the start, whether it makes it into the video or not, but Walking Street is just a touch touristy for me. But once you get away from that street, this place is pretty magical. And I think you'll remember this place for a long time when you come here. Good morning. After 3 days, which turned into 1 week, it's time to leave Pai. And this place really surprised me. I expected it to be very touristy, overrun with tourists in fact, but somewhere which you had to see because you're in Thailand, but not really somewhere I would totally enjoy. But I found this amazing little village surrounded by beautiful countryside with such an amazing vibe and atmosphere here that I just kept extending day by day, and it's now been a week, so I do need to move on. But normally I plan in advance where I'm going to go, and it's a symptom. I think I've spoken about it before on the channel about my anxiety. I want to be in control. I want to be planning ahead and have an idea of where I'm going. But today, I don't know if I'm brave or stupid, but I've decided to make no plans. I don't know where I'm going. I have no accommodation booked. We're just going to jump on the bike. I'm going to start driving further along the Mae Hong Son loop and we'll see where we get to. But for me, this is a challenge. And I'm serious when I say I haven't booked anywhere. And I know that sounds so trivial as we pass this amazing countryside scene. I know it sounds so trivial, but for me, with someone who needs that structure to feel comfortable, it is a big deal. And it's actually the first time I've ever done this. And I half wanted to prove it to myself that I could do it. And I also wanted to show you guys, those of you who suffer like this, to show it can be done, right? And there's a beauty in having some chaos, trying to embrace it. Because whilst planning is good for my head, and it actually helps me get out and do this, I do some planning in general, much less than I used to. It is a bit of a straitjacket for spontaneity and therefore enjoyment. So it's definitely something I need to work on. We're still only about 20 minutes from Pai. We've weaved our way up the hill, and I thought I'd just stop because this view shows where we're going. Out over these mountains. You can see the road just winding down the mountain, and I presume we're going to come back up and down over a lot of them. But what a landscape. You've got the blue hue mountains jutting out of the earth, covered in those green trees. How lucky am I? Oh my, that's quite an impressive sight. This road just keeps offering these unbelievable views. I hope I managed to capture them. And it was whilst I was riding these roads that I reminded myself how important it is to push yourself out of your comfort zone. And that goes for whether you suffer with anxiety or not. Do not find fulfillment sat in your comfort zone. And so far, I was having a great day. Right, we're going to turn off the loop because I need some coffee. Haven't had one today. So we're going to take this side road. Well, not really a side road, but we're going to take a road off. Right, made it to the little village, and what have we found here? Look at this. Look at this. That is insane. I haven't found the coffee shop yet, though. Of course, it's closed. I'll leave the pin in the description because the view is amazing. I'll show you that in a second. But maybe when you come, it will be open. So, second option is there looked like a good noodle place that I drove past when I was coming to try and find this place. So maybe we'll go there and we'll have a bowl of noodles with the same view. Okay, what have I said before about places having silver linings? The coffee shop up the road was closed, but then I've ended up here. And to be honest, I don't even care if the noodles are good. Just look at the view, it's amazing. We've seen some good views on this journey so far, but this might be my favourite yet. And if the food is good, what a bonus. And I managed to get myself some caffeine after all, so tick, 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 tick. When you order your noodles, you often see these little bags of tasty extras that you can buy. In this case, crispy pigskin. And they cost like 10 baht, 15 baht, but definitely do it because it takes them to the next level. I've ordered the dry pork noodles. I didn't fancy something soupy because it's so hot, but you still even get a little bit of the broth on the side. A bit sweet for me, but we can change that with a bit of the chili vinegar. So I'm glad that I have the soup on the side. Okay, much better after adding the vinegar. So I don't mind adding a little bit of that to the broth, to the noodles. Went for thin rice noodles. Got cabbage in there, lots of chili. I added some crispy pigskin. Got an egg, which hard boiled, but hey ho. Pork balls, spring onions, whatever sauce they've added to it. Definitely some soy in there, but let's get that mixed up. And it's looking pretty good, just for 40 baht. Which is an absolute bargain considering you get to eat it in front of this. For some reason, I had no sound on these clips. But anyway, it was time to try the noodles, and I was absolutely starving by this point. So first a bite, and they were pretty good, I must say. But as always in Thailand, it's worth styling them a little bit. So definitely need to add some chili. They never quite give you as spicy as you'd like in Thailand because you're a foreigner, of course, and they probably think you can't handle it. So I'm always adding some chili. And then I'm equally always adding a touch of vinegar because things sometimes come a little bit sweet. The chili vinegar balances that out a little bit. After a quick mix, we're good to go. Well, I finished my bowl of noodles pretty quickly, so I'm going to sit here, spend a bit more time enjoying this view before probably moving on. I'm a little bit tempted to see if there's somewhere to stay here for the night and have this view in the morning. But I think we should move on and continue pushing around Mae Hon Song Loop. But let's see. So I should probably tell you where this place is before I leave. It's in the village of Ban Jabo, And I would say it's almost a must-see destination when you're on the Mae Hong Son Loop. It's only 5 minutes off the main road. I'll leave the link in the description like the others. But yeah, what a fantastic stop. I said I didn't care if the noodles were good or not, and they were good. Very tasty, very enjoyable. There's a cafe here, also part of the same building, so everything you need is in this one, although the coffee in the other one just up the road did look good, so you can check that out too if you fancy it. I don't think I'm going to stay here. I'm going to continue up the road, so let's see where we get to. I think I found the place that I want to stay, but no one's here. I've sent a message, so fingers crossed there's a room. But look at this. This is, well, unbelievable, insane. What else do you want to say? I want to stay in one of these. Get the amazing sunset. I can hear people. Maybe I'll go down and see. Okay, I found the guy. Thankfully he was here. And I'm going to stay. I cannot turn down seeing this view. So it's 500 baht or 150 baht if you want to camp. But I think having a roof over my head will be a bit more comfortable. It doesn't have aircon, but it does have a fan. Let me show you around. It is very basic, but I don't think you need much more when you have what's in front of you. So yeah, you have a double bed, mosquito net, got a fan, electricity, which is important, a light, the bathroom, very basic, the bucket and water to flush, but there is a toilet, and you have a shower too, but this place is not for the room. This place is for this. Now this is breathtaking. And for an extra 100 baht, he will cook some local food. So tonight at 7 o'clock, we're gonna have a little meal. I will see you back then. I'm going to relax for a little bit, enjoy this view. Maybe I'll head out and just have a little cycle around these mountains. Rather than sitting down and enjoying the view, I opened my phone to check where we were, and I realized Myanmar was only 4 minutes away. We're right on the border with Myanmar. So I hopped on the bike and started riding down the road towards the border, and I got to an army checkpoint. There were 2 guys there sleeping. Woke up and asked me what I was doing. I said, I just want to have a look. So they let me through. And now, according to Google Maps, this mountain is in the way and the road wraps round the border and into Myanmar. So, hello from Myanmar. Does it really count as me being in the country? Probably not, but 2 meters this way, I'm in Thailand. Anyway, for me it's kind of cool. I thought I'd share it with you. Can you hear? Well, thunder. But the bells. You have cattle here, being kept under here. Very small cattle, looks like one of the Channel Island cattle in terms of size and stature, but it's definitely not. Very calmly checking me out. But the view from my accommodation is good. There's no denying that. Very happy with that. But let me just show you this. It's the same view, but from a different angle. Look at this. What an incredible sight. Can't say I fancy working on those fields though. Must be, well, they must be very fit. Maybe I need it. Been eating far too much food on this trip. But yeah, guys, come on. Stop that micro-planning. Although, if you're planning, add this place to your list. I wasn't even going to come down this road, I just wanted some coffee. was just passing through the little village of Ban Mai Lan. Everyone is so friendly. It's such a traditional, well, not traditional, that's the wrong word, an authentic little Thai village. But everyone is smiling and waving as I ride through. And they live in these amazing little traditional houses made from, well, a lot of them just made from natural resources. For me, it's amazing to see. I'm sure they'd prefer to live in more, well, modern style housing, but this is the way they live. And it's fascinating, so fascinating. Don't want to film too much of it. It's not really fair on them. But again, they just live in front of this incredible view. As you loop round this little village and along this road, you get a different perspective of this same view, but it's no less breathtaking every time you see it. And I just keep stopping, and then I just want to show you as an ant eats me. Sorry if you're a bit bored of seeing the same view, but maybe if I'm not bored of it, hopefully you're not bored of it too. Right, I'm back at my accommodation, and that was such a fun trip to see. I know there's nothing there, it looks just the same, but to see another country and to cross into another country and go through that very little local village where everyone was so happy. The kids, I didn't get it on camera, but the kids were all coming back from school on a school truck, and they're all smiling and laughing and waving. It was so nice. But I got myself a couple of beers to watch the sunset with, and I think it's important, not just to have a beer with the sunset, but it's important to recognise, well, I'm proud of myself today. A few years ago, maybe more than a few years ago, but 5 years ago, I wouldn't have been able to do that, come out without a plan, and I wanted to challenge myself today, and I did it, and had an incredible day. And it's not over yet, but I think it's important to remember, be kind to yourself when things don't go to plan, or you don't do something because of your anxiety, or mental health, whatever it may be, because it's not just about anxiety, right? But then when things go right, and you do cope, or you do well, celebrate it. Don't just let it slip past you. You've got to be kind on yourself, and you've got to be proud of yourself. So here is to that. Right, I will see you at sunset, and this time I mean it. By day, this place took my breath away, but in golden hour, the hour before sunset, wow. And what I didn't realise when I first got here, this, just sit on the camera, this little village is a Lahu village, which is an ethnic group descending from people from China. And I don't know a huge amount about them, but I know it's a very interesting culture. Yeah, this area has a few Lahu towns. I think that's how you pronounce it. Maybe I will leave some information in the description. But sometimes when you're traveling, there are a few moments which are just quite magical. And I can't put it into words other than using the same descriptors, but the descriptors don't actually describe it. But the feeling you get inside, the warmth, the happiness, the gratitude of being right here in this moment, holding a camera, sharing it with you, of course, don't forget that. That cannot be described, and this is one of those moments. Can you hear the kids down in the village playing? Just all you can hear is children playing and the insects. I think tonight is going to be quite loud with the insects. I'm glad. I also have a mosquito net. I think that will be needed. But that's the point of this, coming and getting this experience. Better than a 5-star hotel, I think. Or you could have a 5-star hotel here, but I don't think it would give the same atmosphere. you know what, guys? I think, and I don't want to curse it, but we're actually going to get a sunset tonight. The last week in Pai, I haven't missed a sunset. There hasn't been a sunset. The clouds and the thunderstorms come in every single time. But I think tonight, we're going to get one. Okay, dinner has arrived, and it's a very simple dinner, but not a problem for me. This kind of fits the setting. And Nampik. Doesn't speak a word of English, but we understand what each other is saying. So I have, looks like a soup with pork and squash. What is this called? In Thai? The name? Nampik?
Nampik.
Cow? Kai. And this guy? Mu. Okay. So it's pork and squash. Looks very nice. Got the chili paste, nampik.
Nampik musu.
Yeah. And then you've got the omelette and the rice. And let's give that soup a try first. Super delicious. Nice kick of spice, not too spicy. Maybe they didn't make it so spicy for me, but... Alloy, Matt. The soup is delicious. And this for this. Simple egg omelette. And the way they cooked it, I walked in when he was cooking it, over the fire, on the pan. Very cool. Let's break it up a little bit. Get it on that rice. Nice healthy portion of rice. Obviously saw I was a growing man. And how can you go wrong with omelette and rice? With a bit of that chili paste, nampik. How can you go wrong with omelette and rice, but how can it be so good? The flavour's amazing, light and fluffy omelette, but you can taste the heat of that wok. Very, very delicious for something so simple. Right, guys. I'm going to eat this and enjoy the sunset. I'll leave you guys to it with the sunset. I'll show you some time-lapse footage that I took. I really hope you enjoyed this video and it showed you that pushing your comfort zone and taking a bit of a risk going against what you normally do can sometimes pay off. And genuinely, and I mean it, this day was not planned. Not 1 minute of this day was planned. And look how it turned out. So I thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, like if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video.